Hey guys, this looks like a fun one. It says 4/3 to the power of 4/3. And it wants us to rewrite in simplest radical form. If you want to try it on your own, pause it right now because I'm going to solve it in 3, 2, 1. First step, I'm thinking the exponent is an improper fraction. Let's rewrite 4/3 as 1 and 1/3. Or 1 plus 1/3. And then using these notes, anytime you have a to the power of b plus c, that's the same thing as a to the b times a to the c. So we can rewrite this as 4/3 to the 1 times 4/3 to the 1/3. And now we got to simplify this. 4/3 to the 1 is 4/3. And then for the 4/3 to the 1/3, we're going to use these notes to convert it from rational exponent form into radical form. The 4/3 is our base. And then the 3 in the denominator of the fraction of our exponent is the index of our root. So it's going to be the cube root of 4/3. The 4/3 goes here and the 3 goes right here. Now we have it in radical form. And let me show you what I mean by simplest radical form. For the cube root of a fraction, you can give the top and the bottom their own cube roots. So the cube root of 4/3 is the same thing as the cube root of 4 over the cube root of 3. The simplest radical form means we're not supposed to have a radical in the denominator. So we got to figure out, how do we change this cube root of 3 into something that's not a radical? Well, the cube root of 27, that's equal to a whole number 3. And that's because 27 is 3 times 3 times 3. So we got to figure out some way to change this cube root of 3 into a cube root of 27. And we can do that by multiplying top and bottom by cube root of 9. And that's because the 3 times the 9 will give us the 27 that we need. These two top radicals are going to multiply, and these two bottom radicals are going to multiply. So we can smush them all together. On top, the cube root of 4 times the cube root of 9 is cube root of 36. And on bottom, the cube root of 3 times the cube root of 9 is cube root of 27. And as we mentioned earlier, the cube root of 27 is equal to 3. And now we no longer have a radical in the denominator. Let's smush everything together. And on bottom, 3 times 3 is 9. And nothing else will simplify. This is the answer to our question. Let's put a box around it. We have now rewritten 4/3 to the power of 4/3 in simplest radical form. And if you're curious, this is approximately equal to 1.46752. And this will go on forever. How exciting.